you then should do an evaluation of who is within your network. Because even I've talked to executives that have very large networks, but some people can't get you to where you're trying to go. And so you have to have a clear vision of what's the outcome, what's the goal here, and then identify who are those individuals that can help you to get there.
Now, do they often know, these executives who want to connect with decision makers, who the right decision makers are? I mean, it's a great quest, but is that sometimes a different kind of person from the one they have in mind?
Oh, yeah, because even like Sandra said, I don't recommend using your resume. I think a resume kind of holds a negative connotation in a way when you're networking that it says, help me. And
Mhm.
I'm desperate. I'm looking for a job. And we never want an executive. An executive is never in that position. You're a leader. You're able to move mountains in many companies. And so you have to stay with that level. That's what companies are looking for, that leader. With that being said, no, I would not recommend a resume. I would recommend something that more highlights what your strengths are, what you're bringing to the table. And it's about you building additional networks because what you're trying to do is to get in front of some of those people who, what you just suggested, you don't even know who they are. Like someone who knows someone who knows someone will start communicating about who's Judy Vance and what is she bringing to the table. Oh, I didn't even know about her. So that sometimes you may come across somebody you never even knew, even in trying to find. I've talked to some executives that have most of their networks have retired. So that means you're going to have to go out and build new networks. So as a result of that, you might be communicating or engaging with folks that don't know your background. And so again, you want to have a more of a marketing approach about how you're going to present that value proposition in the audience for which there may be this opportunities that you're looking for.
Mhm.
I'll
So,
add to that, when to that question that you said, do people know who these people are? And I I talk to so many people and they say, I've been networking for 6 months and my network isn't giving me anything. They don't know of anything. Well, of course they don't know of anything because, first of all, by the time it's an actual job, that's way down in the opportunity funnel. The opportunities are before it's even an actual job, but all you've asked them is what opportunities they know out as far as jobs, because there was no value proposition communicated. Secondly, people are just like you. They're not spending their whole day keeping tabs of where all their network is. So even if you do a really good job at communicating your value proposition, here's the problem I solve. When companies merge together, their systems, there's a lot of inefficiencies and things need to be integrated for, even if you do an excellent job of explaining that, they still aren't up at nights keeping tabs of where all their network is. So I know that when we're coaching people on their outreach, we always say start with the end in mind. Do the research first. Find out who that person is that you want to get connected to. And then instead of just talking to a random person and asking them who they know, find out who knows that person that you need to get connected to. Heck, some
Right.
of the people we work with, it ended up being me. Okay. I
Mhm.
can I can relay a value proposition. I can do that. And then you're going to the person that can actually connect you. And then when you reach out to your network, you're not asking them some open-ended, really hard questions like what opportunities are out there. You're saying, here's the problem I solve. Here's the person that's potentially actually having that problem, and you know them. I do. Yeah, they're at such and such company. Yeah, I did the research. They didn't know that. They're like, oh, well, heck then. Yeah, perfect. Great. Tell
And
me
that
what to do.
And that recommendation from that person that Sandra's talking about holds a huge amount of weight. When they come to me, I've been in HR for 35 years. I've worked in major organizations. When someone brings a referral to me, it holds a certain weight. No one's going to refer someone to me who's not good. In fact, when I'm doing an executive search, I go to my networks and start asking, who do you know? Because I know they're going to refer some quality candidates. So that referral is going to hold some different weight than if you were just to reach out to the person blindly.
mhm. So what I'm picking up is there's a bit of legwork. Don't expect to have just this A to B sort of connecting of dots to get to a decision maker. Sometimes it's more like a jungle gym than a straight line.